That was See You in Pittsburgh by Freak Kitchen. The only song by them I even know because it's about Videodrome. uh, Well then. Yes, I will. I guess I'll just talk about random news headlines. I think there's somebody in Missouri or Mississippi or something. This family that was going to inherit a house while their boomer, retarded, senile mother sold the house to a power company so they could build more power lines to power more data centers. And apparently, even if they didn't do that, the power company could have lobbied with the local government to seize the land using eminent domain. So that article's a two-hitter because it's boomers fucking over their own families, just like what all individualists believe should happen. All the individuals should have their families fucking over their own kids, so that there's like this never-ending cyclical caste of slaves that have no bargaining power, don't even have communities. There's nothing for you to do but go get exploited by people that do have groups. Individualism is pro-corruption, pro-predation. Pretty much like you're an individual, or at least you think you are. You're alone, got no leverage, got no help. And then, meanwhile, there are still groups. There's Freemasons. There's another group that controls law, money, media, academia, religion. Control all the pillars of consensus. You're not even allowed to say their name. Basically illegal. It is illegal in some countries. And you're an individual, and that's what you're up against. You're up against groups that are capitalizing and promoting individualism because it atomizes you. Individualism is the fetishization of atomization, where you're isolated, you're alone, you can't do anything. And then individualists, they're basically like a symptom of the problem. They're like, yeah, well, drinking poison's good, poison in the water, it's good for you. If there were no individualists, you would get rid of liberals, conservatives, and libertarians in one shot. You see, the thing about people becoming boomers is that I wrote it in, explained it in my book here. But basically, boomers will keep happening. They have less they're common, blah blah blah. That's basically well, boomers are pretty much what happens. Like it's because of the division of labor, everybody's like isolated, sectioned off. Like you can just go to your job and accumulate resources and not care what's happening in society, and you can believe in any insane thing, and you can believe any insane thing. You can even defend it with your own life. You can be like, I believe in stupid thing because I believe in it. Because me, look at my life, look at yours, and they can do this with anything. And then boomers are just the logical conclusion of this. Like, you don't have to know anything to have resources. So we're saying boomers are, in this sense, the people that like have resources and are petulant, immature, and stupid. So then they exert their ignorance upon the world, and that's another reason that the entire Western world is completely fucked. Because of all these individual boomers that are collectively being selfish and stupid, leveraging their resources to ruin society. So if you're stupid, if you can be stupid and accumulate resources, you will become a boomer. That's why millennials are becoming boomers, some of them. And then the other millennials that don't become boomers, they're basically like the Coper boomers. I guess they're the ones that don't have resources. They're the ones that are gonna like not have any money for cancer treatment. They're gonna find out that they have a heart virus or they have cancer, and then they're gonna die in under 2 months because they don't have the money to get preventative care or do checkups. And then as they go down the drain, they're like confused and scared, and they're trying to convince everybody around them that there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not weak. I love society. I'm not weak. There's nothing wrong with me. Because if you have a complaint with society, you're exposing a limit, and then the average layman will attack that. And as I have begun saying, only the wise appreciate limits. For the idiot masses and the cattle, you have to hide your limits and be mysterious, because they will literally defend an evil system that is screwing them over just to hide their own limits. They think it hides their limits to defend an evil, stupid system that will lead to hyperinflation for the next bunch of decades, for the rest of the century. So yeah, there will be more boomers. You need to think about like what a boomer is, why people become them, and you'll see why there's going to be more of them and what's wrong with the boomer, like why we hate them, why we hate idiots. It's the same thing. It's why we hate the system, because stupid people can be given a voice and power in society. They never have to learn anything. Boomers will just accumulate power in society. Not even a lot of power, but them all together, like millions of boomers, they all come together to vote to destroy the rest of the country but keep their social security and welfare, and have Donald Trump artificially inflate the price of their housing, their real assets, because of the hyperinflation that they're voting for, which also helps for investments. It's the boomers are part of a bigger problem. You're dealing with like a consciousness problem. You're dealing with a matter of consciousness, because boomers are just low knowledge minds that have power. Like, they even have the power to be belligerent and stupid to you if you're working in retail, any kind of service where you have to deal with customers, they'll take advantage of their situation to abuse you, and they'll be like, I worked at a warehouse where I was a plumber for 40 years, and I'm entitled to call you a loser. That's what you have to look forward to if you're a wage cuck. If the stagnant wages during hyperinflation wasn't bad enough, now you gotta get chewed out by spoiled giant geriatric children. These are the people that sell the key to the gate to the city to let in the enemy army. It's individuals who don't give a fuck about anything. Just animals. They can't conceive of a society. That's why egalitarianism and individualism fails. Every egalitarian and individualist society always will devolve into hyperinflation and tyranny. Not even good tyranny, because a strong government, a strong cohesive state will permit individual freedoms more than a corrupt, hyperinflated, debt fucking shitty liberal state. Because as a state, if a state is incoherent and it's deferring to the masses, the animals, the average person's a retard. You shouldn't listen to them on general knowledge. You should be like, hey, what's the directions to go to the burger place out in a remote area? You take this turn and that turn. You go here and it's like, okay, I maybe trust you. You could be wrong. You might be a retard, but I will defer to you on this. And then if you ask them what is good, what is meaning, what should a society be doing, what is the role of rights in relation to the state? No, don't listen to the cattle. They can't handle that. Never defer to them on those matters. Never defer to them for ultimate judgment, ultimate knowledge, because they don't have either of those. You need absolute knowing and absolute justice to partake in statewide knowledge and judgment, because the state is the commingling of all these objectivities being projected by subjective experiences. It's all these subjectives all coming together to culminate in objective reality, and animals are not objective. I mean, they're objective in the sense that they can project an objective reality, but their objective reality is I hate people with red shirts. I hate people who wear sneakers. I hate people that have long hair or short hair. I hate people that don't have six figures income by the time they're 25 years old. Even though I only have fucking $1,000 in savings and I'm 40 years old. That's what you're deferring judgment to in a egalitarian individualist society. Every liberal, egalitarian, individualist society will always devolve into hyperinflation, debt, and a police state. always. It is like the initial prosperity and the freedom, that's an illusion and it doesn't last long because guess what? We frequently, even America, frequently, before Ronald Reagan had a better comprehension of the role of the state in protecting rights by having the state handle all these things, we would have personal liberties instead of like a Judeo Masonic assertion and negative freedom that they don't believe in, by the way. Like, Freemasons are a collective. They're capitalizing on your atomized, individualist, retarded ass. They run circles around you. So I guess I add that to it. Individualism, egalitarianism, liberalism, democracy. It always turns into hyperinflation, debt, police state, turns into mass corruption and cartels, various networks of groups capitalizing on the atomized, stupid masses.
How you doing, Dags?
Doing good, relatively.
Yeah, I just been chilling. I've been looking at used car prices and they're giving me aneurysms.
Because they're so high for what they're asking for.
That and also too, when you look at the APR on a lot of these cars, and like I'm not looking at buying a used car, it's just I'm almost done paying off my car. I decide just to look for the hell of it. And a 10-year-old Honda Civic, if you count the compounding interest that comes with the price of the car, actually costs more than a 5-year-old Corvette.
Wait, a what kind of Honda Civic?
Like a Honda Civic that's 10 years old that's used at these dealerships or these used car lots, because APR, the interest on a car is compounding. And the interest rate's so high, it's literally cheaper to buy a used Corvette than a used Honda.
Jesus. And how many? And I'm guessing $4,000 Corvette, so it has what 200,000 miles on it.
Well, no, these are like Corvettes that are like 5 to 8 years old, and they all, almost all of them have less than 20,000 miles on them. They're going for like 50 to 60 grand, but the 10-year-old Honda Civic's going for 25, but the Honda Civic that's 10 years old has like a 30% APR while the Corvette has a 5%. So in the long term, like you're just paying more for the Civic. And again, it's just my area. My area is fucked up.
And the South is actually. I think I'll concede the South is worse than here. I mean, well, this is northern Appalachia, so it's not even that different.
Yeah. Yeah, I just been like used car prices, and even with new cars, dealers just, a lot of them are selling the car above MSRP. They won't even go below MSRP for a car. But I've been through the rigmarole of buying a car before, and they keep trying to nickel and dime you with every single little add-on, and you basically just threaten to walk out and leave to get them to remove those add-ons.
I got lucky like 10 years ago with my car. It was it's a 2016 Chevy Sonic, and it was a salvage that barely had any damage, but it was like it was just like the side of the front fender was hit in a collision, and that was enough to call it a salvage. So I was able to get it for like $7,000, and
Yeah, it's just ever since COVID happened, it's like the used car market's been shot. Because I got a mid 2010s Honda Civic that I drive every day, and it seemed like going out the prices of them now, I got it at the right time.
oh wait, I think it's like I think it's a 2014 Sonic, or I don't know, but it had 10,000 miles on it for $7,000, which I could not get a loan. I had to go through my dad's friend, and we had to do an under the table contract. We
Guy
had
in the
I tried to go to the bank. The boomers around me found out, like, oh, because they were under the impression, like, oh, just go to the bank and ask for a car loan. And we went there and, like, oh, you don't have a credit rating. So I had to get a loan from my dad's friend's mother.
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't even have a credit score. If I do, it might be bad because there's $20 that I owe to the water bill company in my county for 2 years, and then they gave it to a debt collection agency. And although they haven't called me in about 2 weeks, so maybe they're over the $20.
If it's private enterprise, they could still come after you because they are that stupid. I mean, public or private, they're almost identical, but they can't justify going after you and inevitably spending more on someone's wage and gas and car maintenance to go after your $20.
I hate the fact that you have to have a car to live.
Yeah, I look at my car every day and hate it. I hate that I even need this.
I think it would be fine to have cars as a luxury, like to go on vacations on the weekend or something, but requiring people to drive to their wage cage just to live is an insane way to set up society.
Well, America does everything wrong. Like even China has a better comprehension of how to build like data centers and shit. We just literally like, oh, let the state subsidize free market take care of it. Then it turns into this shit where wage cucks have to drive fucking half an hour to their workplace, and a quarter of their
Well,
paycheck a month goes to their car.
also to the people that live in the area of that data center. Once that data center is built, their electric bill will triple.
Yeah, and all the environmental problems, the ultrasound or whatever it's called, and the water pollution. And also, I was just talking at the beginning of the stream, I was talking about how a boomer mother sold her house to fuck over her family, sold it to a power company to build more power lines, to channel more lines to a data center. And even if they didn't do that, the power company could have lobbied the local government to seize the land through eminent domain. Like America does everything wrong. The history will take that'll be the takeaway for America, like how to do everything wrong. Yeah, like I hate cars, and I believe that we should be packed into smart cities, and at best people should have like e-bikes or mopeds or motorcycles or something that are fuel efficient. Like
I know I like cars, and that like cars can be cool. I don't like how they're needed.
I could take it up as a hobby if I had a stupid amount of money, but we shouldn't. Yeah, we shouldn't need it. We should live in like we should live in apartments that are rent controlled, and you should be in walking distance of your workplace.
Yeah. But cars, I think it's in 2027 or 2028. Uh, I think the bill's passed. I may be wrong, but they're supposed to be putting kill switches, new cars. They're gonna have cameras with the AI that's going to determine if you're distracted, tired, or drunk behind the wheel, and it'll cut the car off.
Why are you jealous of these car makers and Palantir? Why don't you just move somewhere else?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing all that. Like, they're installing the flock cameras. I saw people were doing like terrorism against them, cutting them down, which of
Yeah.
course most normies hate. They're like, why don't you just move somewhere else? Why are you lashing out at society against these Israeli tech company surveillance cameras that your tax dollars are paid for?
Look, Chud, all the Jews, Freemasons, and billionaires decided democratically we should do this.
They decided with their
Were you
wallets.
anti-democracy, Chud?
They're voting with their wallets, and their votes are worth more than you as ordained by the market and Ayn Rand. Yeah, I just.
How does the collective totalitarian state, surveillance state, affect you personally, Chud? You know, it's
How does hyperinflation affect you personally?
it sounds like you just got a bad attitude.
That's like we can literally measure the human consciousness with hyperinflation. That hyperinflation is how you can tax and add work and undermine the quality of goods for the average person. It is beyond the comprehension of the average person. Like that is literally the level of complexity that they can never understand. They can never understand hyperinflation. Like the only
Most
way
normies don't even seem to notice products are more expensive than they ever been. The quality's worse than it's ever been.
I was in my server, they were talking about a disgraced liberal. He was talking about like how there's going to be they can't just do hyperinflation forever because of IPOs, oil crisis, Iran war. I was kind of skimming it, but I was like, well, the only limit to hyperinflation is literally like when wage slaves start dropping dead or their cars start snapping in half on the road. And I estimate that the limit is like 120 hours you can force wages to work before hyperinflation becomes unfeasible. That's hyperinflation is backed by just wage cut cope and labor.
I don't even know how you'd fix the economic system now. You just have to destroy it and build something new.
You literally have to like wipe the whole thing. You have to come in like an invading army. Like, China's like marginally better, and I would support like annexation because like immediate like because they would have overwhelming power, and the National People's Congress would have absolute power over all private enterprise. And there's zero delusions that that's the case. You would literally be out screamed and outvoted by the Chinese people in like a Chinese American empire. So like there would be zero confusion. It's like, yes, all companies are subordinate to the National People's Congress. Like that's more or less what you would have to do. You would have to wipe out all the old guard. You would have to wipe out the culture. You would have to just come in with overwhelming power, where all the normies can just cower and accept the new norm.
If they just had if they hired Americans to be like PR people for the Chinese invasion, and they set up like a puppet president, then they could do a full scale military invasion with legitimacy that everybody would accept if they just had the right public facing PR people.
Yes, if you control the means of producing consensus, you basically control the normies. So, I said
Right,
that,
like if they just came in and just like took over NBC and Fox News and the New York Times and just told everybody, yeah, this is the new people in charge. It's official. Everything's fine. Go back to your wage cage.
like I haven't said it on any of these streams. I uploaded it like between this stream and last stream, so I recommend, if anybody hasn't seen it, you should watch the video I uploaded on the YouTube live channel or Rumble when it gets taken down. The CCC consensus video, the 2-hour video on consensus, because that's what I'm talking about. Because I'm about to say the same thing as in that video, where not just the media, you have to control the money flow and the law and academia. Or religion. Academia or religion, because they serve the same purpose.
Well, quote Lord Hampshire Rothschild, give me control of a nation's finances, I care not who write its laws.
That applies in an individualist society. He was referring to the Western world, and he was right.
Yeah. I don't know, what would be like the monetary system in your Mage Council empire?
Honestly, like, all the specifics don't really matter too much, because it's more like, I just want this council of people that to be in charge making these decisions, and then I basically trust whatever they decide will be the right thing. Because we deal with a lot of what ifs, like, will money be needed in the future? What if money is still the best thing to use like 500 years from now, or if we're using like, if there's universal basic income of some kind, then you're using some sort of like government issued credit system, because we can't have a classless society. You need to encourage people to do certain things that are higher stress, that have some sort of, I guess it could be like Star Trek, where you just kind of have more status in society. There's no money involved in it. You're basically just moving up in the ranks, and you don't have more wealth, but you have more power in society. Like we could do like a Star Trek kind of society, I guess.
Yeah, I just can't conceive of it. I guess I'm just too retarded, but I can't really think of anything that would be better than money.
Yeah, we don't need, like, money isn't the end all. I know that. Money is like a material form of recognition. It's like labor is recognition, attention, me paying attention to you, or giving you my labor, giving you my money. That's a form of recognition.
Yeah, well, money at least is conceived as this like we abstract the concept of value onto money, and the money represents this abstraction of value.
Yeah, and like value only means anything because it's like relative to the recognition to yourself. Because with the master slave dialectic and Hegel, it pretty much details. I recall it details, or maybe somebody else interpreted it. The slave provides recognition to the master, not like both in labor and attention, in validation. Like these are all the same thing. Like your labor and your submission and your deferring. Like, oh, you are the superior one. This is all recognition. Like, because it's not like the consciousness innately wants to enslave and dominate others. It's kind of just like a consequence of a bunch of unconscious things. It's like it's attempting to understand itself by it's like, oh, here's a consciousness. I recognize this consciousness because this is like a body that is responding. It's doing a bunch of these motions, appearing to respond to a mind the way that my body responds to me and my thoughts. So this must be like a consciousness. And I can know myself by doing things to this consciousness, by beholding them, by interacting with them. And then you can like measure your own worth by like talking to it, fighting it, raping it, killing it, eating it. And that is the role of money. It's like it's just a form of recognition, and recognition you do that through status too. Like you can pay people in status and power. That seems to be the way things are done in Star Trek, where it's like, oh, you are putting yourself out there. You are, working harder to like be a doctor or a scientist or a spaceship captain or an engineer. So it's like, okay, here is more status and power, but they don't use money.
Yeah, but issue with that is always just like people, especially when it comes to nepotism. That's why you can't have an actual meritocracy.
Yeah, because it's the same exact problem as with money. You can't. Yeah, exactly. Like, it doesn't even with Star Trek. It won't happen. It won't. Like it will collapse in on itself. It will devolve into mass corruption and tyranny. Like because of the idiot masses. You should never treat the average person as an equal to the people that dictate society.
I'm waiting for you to release the Death Squad section of the audiobook.
I'm not. Some things are just too.
Again, I don't expect you to post that to YouTube.
I'm not gonna upload the section on Judaism. I'm not gonna upload the section on. There's something else, but I was already pushing it because I was talking about like Indian immigration in the consensus video. That's probably gonna get taken down. I also talked about the Jews in that, but like very, very calmly, very rationally. It's like, yeah, I mean they control these things, and then also, hey, Masons and Mormons and shit. But you're just blatantly not allowed to talk about those things ever.
Well, I'll purchase the audiobook on Gumroad whenever it's posted there.
Yeah, it's just
Man.
taking a very long time because whenever I'm in the mood, it's extremely loud here. I can't do it. Like if my dad,
if say TV's blaring, your dad's screaming, like
that genuinely disgusts and repulses me so much if the microphone is picking up. Like the most garbage content I can imagine is now just Fox News because it's like it's not even something that will be relevant a week later. It's like them screaming about Iran's nuclear weapons and anti-Semitic democratic socialist communists.
I don't even think like some mild background noise at least for a YouTube video, wouldn't even be all that annoying. Like my at least with my videos, not really my streams. My videos are notoriously bad audio.
Mostly that your microphone is quiet. Like I have you turned up
Well,
100%.
oh yeah, like for my computer, my headset, it's quiet. I have it turned up all the way on my end to make it as loud as I can on my side. But with my videos, I just record them on my phone. But my phone is ancient technology. It's 8 years old, so I just use it.
Yeah, it's my phone would also be terrible for recording anything, and it only records one channel on one side.
Yeah, that's what mine does. I'll put because people say in my comments the audio is only coming in 1 ear, and then people complain about it, and so I just respond back to them in a demeaning way, and then they soy out in my comments. I just be like, "You need to fix your audio, Celtic Cat." I just go, "Nah, I don't need to."
Yeah, I like not even gonna, I don't even bother recording with my phone. Like, I just have a decent producer microphone. Just picks up too much noise and it picks up my computer fans that whir whenever it starts doing too much work.
I'm just too lazy. Yeah, I don't really care enough to go buy a independent mic or something like that. I just don't care to do it.
Yeah, I bought this like 10 years ago. What's
And yeah, I have like a shitty app on my phone I use to make thumbnails for my videos. I just record a video. I'm like, all right, what's a meme that's somewhat relevant to the topic at hand? If not, I'm just like, all right, what's the most deranged one I have that I haven't used before? I probably need to start making videos again, but it's been kind of difficult for me. I decided like so far I'm on my longest streak without touching alcohol, and a lot of those videos I recorded, it was just like me drunk rambling. Not all of them, but probably like 60%.
yeah, my phone sucks and it costs just like, I don't get any thoughts from going outside anymore. It's just nothing. It's a lot better to just be on the computer and just reading something or responding to people. There's
Yeah,
nothing
I feel
that
like I don't have much to talk about unless something big happens in my life, like what my dad or one of the local boomers does something that agitates me and I rant about it in a 10-minute video. Then again, I didn't stream last Saturday because the power went out for 9 hours.
yeah, that's why I wasn't on your stream the last time you streamed because every
Yeah, I'm
time it
guessing
rains, our power goes out now.
yeah, it was like super windy and thunderstorms, so I'm guessing like a tree or something fell on a power line and took it down. That's what I'm guessing.
Or power outages like all through this area. I guess Hudson lives around me somewhere because he was hit by the thunderstorm after me.
You're in the southwest of Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not going to name where Hudson's at, but he's not too terribly close to you.
I'm guessing he's northeastern or something because he literally Like a thunderstorm knocked out my power, and then a thunderstorm knocked out his power a couple days later. So
Yeah, I'm just not going to like name where he's at. I know like the city. I just leave that up to him.
yeah, I just noticed that it was like a problem that multiple people were having, that we were all losing power.
And again, there's a lot of people I know this year live near me.
Well, my connection's throttling again, it seems.
It is. Seems like nothing's happened this week. Like there's the 6 millionth ceasefire has ended between the U.S. and Iran.
After the market's closed.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had 6 million ceasefires.
Yeah, markets closed, start the war, then end it before markets open. I guess now they're getting desperate because our oil reserves are almost out. So now they're just gonna go do mass war crimes and blow up all of Iran's infrastructure. Now they're actually trying to force the war to end because Iran actually is fucking us. Well, fucking them.
Yeah, then I saw that dude Lindsey Graham died, and I'm just like, oh, he's a boomer and worked with Trump. I don't really care.
Yeah, all the boomers were crying about it. Fox News was like every single day